He's back. The driver is home.
It's quite a surreal feeling, to be honest, to land back in Auckland, and pretty much 12 months since we departed. Something that I've been dreaming about for quite a while now. It's been really tricky just looking down sort of a Zoom screen, whilst you sort of feel semi-connected to the daily goings on. It not being physically present is quite difficult. So absolutely can't wait to get into the base, can't wait to see everyone, and really looking forward to getting into this final phase of the project, you know, being physically here in New Zealand. This is the time I hit the trash, you know, on the... Absolutely brilliant to finally get here to Auckland and the base and check out all the componentry that's, you know, coming together for the land yacht. It's been a huge amount of parts that have sort of arrived, and to see all the bits and pieces in the flesh is absolutely excellent. And really now it's you know, just a matter of going and checking out the actual craft itself, and over the next couple of weeks put all those componentries together, and you know, look forward to getting into some testing over the next couple of weeks. Good to be able to stop sometimes with these sorts of projects, eh?
This is the weekly Sailing World on Water, May 1st, 2022. It's the finals of the Congressional Cup, and once again, it's Williams against Canfield. Now over to Tucker.
It's a story for the ages. A scene that's been said so many times before, yet no one knows how it would play out. When it comes to match racing, Taylor Canfield and Ian Williams know everything about each other. Every move, every counter move, every play in each other's book. And still neither of them knew how today's story would end. It's the longest running rivalry in World Match Racing Tour history, and today it continued once again. Taylor Canfield and Ian Williams faced each other in the finals of the 57th Congressional Cup here in Long Beach, California, and only one would walk away with the Crimson Blazer. The main event began with a full crowd on the Belmont Pier. The petite finals started first between Sweden's Yanni Berntsson and USA's Chris Poole. Berntsson, a former Congressional Cup winner, drew first blood in the first to earn 2 points petite final. To add insult to injury, a collision resulted in the jury taking a 3/4 of a point penalty away from Chris Poole, meaning he'd need to win 3 races to earn victory. Impressively, the next 3 matches went to Poole, earning him 3rd place, his best Congressional Cup performance to date, with Yanni Berntsson taking 4th. All the focus then shifted to the main event, where the next chapter of the Williams-Canfield rivalry would be written. Canfield sharpened his pen and began the first chapter. Fittingly, he put himself in first place as race 1 came to a close.
He's not going to let up, so you know, we got to do the same. It's nice to, you know, put some length on him in that race as well. So looking forward to you know, the next match.
Williams did not like what he'd read. He decided to change the story, but it wasn't easy. At the start, he got the right side. Canfield fought for the pin, and he got it, but at a high price. He hit it and copped a penalty. However, Canfield took the lead.
Down, way down. Time to come down.
Canfield on starboard. Canfield trying to tack inside.
2,
He's done it.
1, go.
Canfield's back in this match, but Williams rounds ahead, only just inches separating the two teams.
He's coming at me.
This could be the race.
He's coming at me.
Oh my goodness, how close is that?
Protest.
Canfield went inside. Canfield took it away from Ian Williams. Yellow flag. So Williams got a penalty. If Canfield has offset it, both penalties are down. The race is even now. Screaming and yelling on board. Williams will duck.
Get fast. Your call, Sid.
By the time they got there, Canfield had the overlap.
Oh my God.
Oh my
Penalty,
goodness.
Canfield.
That is amazing. That was because the umpires think he went below 90 degrees on that dial down.
Wow.
So now Canfield has a penalty. Williams was behind. We're right back where we started.
Taylor setting a mark trap. So Taylor does have the right of way here. Taylor has the zone.
Proper course there. Flag him, flag him.
He's saying Taylor was not sailing proper course there. Now the jibs go up on Williams' boat. Williams trying to roll, Taylor trying to luff. This is the moment of the race right here. Green flag from the umpires. Taylor Canfield still has a penalty. Now he's trying to get a hook on Williams. It's not, so he'll go for the tack. Williams will roll down towards the line. Canfield spinning around to shed his penalty, but it's going to be too little too late. Williams has done it. Impressive. And now the score is even at 1 apiece. What a race.
It was a pretty full-on race. Penalties were obviously critical. The first one was pretty obvious, but then I was a bit confused why we got one, and honestly a bit confused why he got one, but it ended up with him being a penalty down, and obviously that was critical at the end. So pleased to have leveled it 1-1. We're just going to try and win the next one.
I don't think there's any way we were below 90 degrees. I don't think we deserve that penalty. But, you know, that's part of the game, and we need to clean it up and keep the umpires out of our game because we know we can beat this guy.
However, the story of our dramatic rivalry was not yet complete. Race 3 was Williams' turn with a foul. Contact between the boats. Umpires are going to have to make a call. This could determine it right here. Who is it going to be, Canfield or Williams? Canfield trying to keep clear. Williams came up quick. Williams got the penalty. Too aggressive. He led around the track and was able to shed his penalty to take the win on the finish line in a photo finish. The scene was then set for the final chapter with Canfield in a must-win situation and Williams on match point. However, the book's ending would finish without a dramatic twist. In the end, it was simple. The 6-time world champion took control of the race from start to finish. Ladies and gentlemen, with Matt Cornwell, Andrew Escort, John Gunderson, Steve Mitchell, and Richard Sydenham, give it up for Ian Williams, your champion of the 57th Congressional Cup.
We got it, guys. Well done, mate. Are we cheering?
Ian Williams, 5-time Crimson Blazer winner.
I think, with the exception of the penalties, I think we dominated all those last 3 starts. And yeah, I mean, fantastic to win the 5th Congressional Cup against Taylor Canfield, a very strong competitor.
Ian Williams had finally evened the score, matching Taylor Canfield's record, a 5th Crimson Blazer win and adding yet another chapter to the ongoing rivalry between the world's best match racing sailors as the 57th Congressional Cup came to a close.
Maxi actual moves from Lorient at La Trinite Sermer.
Faites 5 si tu veux.
Rien devant, c'est bon. Petite navigation entre l'Orient et la Trinité-sur-Mer, tout s'est bien passé, tout fonctionne bien. En tout cas, c'est assez satisfaisant d'arriver à la maison.
Aussie Ian Jensen returns to the British America's Cup Challenge team.
Goobs is a huge natural talent. He has a great feel for a boat. He's a really good guy under pressure in particular. He's just the same whether you're racing for a win or a super critical race in a series to any other race. He's unflappable, really. I really enjoy sailing alongside him closely in that trimming-helming relationship, and he's an incredibly nice guy. You need a few of those in your team, and he's the guy that gets on with the job day in, day out. He's putting in 100%, doing his best for the team.
The first under-25 Paris Sailing World Championships will be held in July. More about the 12th Route du Rhum. Here's action from day one of the Charleston Race Week.
Welcome to Charleston Harbor Resort and Marina in Charleston, South Carolina for the 26th running of Charleston Race Week. Hi, I'm Ashley Love from T2P TV. Last evening, competitors met for a skipper's meeting, a talk with Terry Hutchinson about the America's Cup, and for the first of many beach parties this regatta is famous for.
It's just nice to be able to visit with people, see people face to face, and party with them and get back to normal. Weather's been going to be great. It's a little bit lighter than usual for Charleston, but I think we're going to have 3 great days of racing. The race officials are on top of it to kind of be patient and make sure we have plenty of breeze for the race courses so they're good and solid. It's nice to be back.
First start of Charleston Race Week, day 1 is the Melges 24s, and we have a very strong wind against tide. All of the fleet very conservative on that start to make sure they weren't OCS. Crazy train, port tacking the fleet. Very impressive. J70's on the line next. Will anyone have the same guts as Brigitte Croak on Crazy Train? Buttonfly, bow number 50, starting the closest to the pin, which is has doubled in length for the size of this fleet. bow 37, Terry Hutchinson from the Annapolis Yacht Club. Port tacked in the middle of the line. Very, very gutsy. Third off the starting line, the RS-21 fleet. All piling up at the boat yet again. Who will take this pin end? The RS-21 sails with 3 people. Corey Sertle on the far side, one of the first boats to tack onto port. And Corey, so you're in the RS-21s. Tell me about that fleet and how it's set up here in Charleston.
So it's set up so that those of us who don't want to bring a boat down and do that kind of a program can just show up and go sailing with a bunch of friends and enjoy Charleston Race Week.
Yeah, what about Charleston Race Week brings you back? You've been here before?
I've sailed in a couple different types of boats and always wanted to come back and was going to come back in 2020 and for obvious reasons didn't, so just wanted to come back, sail with some friends and enjoy seeing people again.
Melges 24s have gone around their top mark heading downwind. Jonathan Goldsberry from St. Francis Yacht Club on Gold Digger in the lead. Cool story, bro. John Brigden, St. Francis Yacht Club, another San Franciscan handling this light air nicely, leading the J70s. Travis Weissleiter's Lucky Dog 858 from Bay Head, New Jersey, my old stomping grounds, taking over the lead. He also won Charleston Race Week last year, so that's no surprise. Lead change in the J70s. Michael Grau, Florian Thiolin, and Julius Grau from Germany paint it black in the new lead. Right behind them on their heels is bow 55 Chris Werner with Quantum Pro Travis Odenbach aboard.
Yeah, so Quantum's been a sponsorship since I've been involved with Quantum here at Charleston Race Week, almost 7 years now. This is one of the most interesting venues to be at and one of the most beautiful venues in the country, I think. So it just makes sense for us to be involved. And we have a lot going on between the tent parties and the Pro-Am sailing regatta, and, Saturday night. And there's our service tent, which I'm running. There's just a ton of things to do, and everybody seems to want it and need it right now. I think I was at the service tent till 6 o'clock last night after getting in at 3, so definitely busy, but it's great. It's
great.
Excellent.
And you have the coaching and the debriefs happening too.
Exactly. Every morning we have weather. Every afternoon we have debriefs for each class, and also kind of a debrief at the Jumbotron and taking on some of the good sailors of the day. So yeah, it's never ending right now, which is awesome.
The RS-21s find their way down through the middle of the J70 fleet. Bow number 10, Corbin, Cragg, and Corfu from Royal Vancouver Yacht Club in the lead. Downtown historic Charleston is right where the Ashley and the Cooper River meet, which is right where our race course is as well. So the competitors are dealing with big shifts, but also big current lines, and the majority of the fleet favoring the right side of this course. Painted Black still in the lead. 55, very odd. Still in second, no changes here. Catching up with the Melges 24s, the first win goes to Travis Weiss later on Lucky Dog, but there's a lot more racing to come. Overtaking the lead by the Lured Mark, no one could catch up to Painted Black from Nordoster Regatta Viren in Germany. We've moved over to Circle 3 and a lot of OCSs as they struggle with this wind against tide. One of the Melges 32s was trying to do a dip start. They're going to general recall. ORCD on Circle 3 is a mix of a GP26, FAR 30s, and Melges 32s. And this start has a U flag up because the last start was so hairy. Was it clean? It was. They are the biggest boats out here on the inshore buoy racing course, but they all have similar ratings, so they'll come out in the end. Mike Beasley on the left-hand side here, hailing from Annapolis Yacht Club. And in the middle of the course, Patriot Sailing, with a great story about sailing with their fellow veterans.
The crew is mixed from San Diego, Dallas, Annapolis, and Miami. So we've all come together, some of them meeting for the first time this weekend, all veterans. And for some of these folks, it's the first Charleston Race Week. It's also, for one or two, the first real regatta. Sailing has so many parallels to military life. You train for one thing and you do 50 things on a boat. There's a chaos, there's healthy stress, but at the same time you have all the therapy of the sun, the waves, the camaraderie of the community, and it's a great entry point for people coming out of the service to meet their community, get engaged, do something every week physically, and enjoy the sport and the outdoors.
Melges 32's around first. Bow 84 is John Durlack, Fearless from the Carolina Yacht Club. And just making it around the top with this very helpful current. Third around, a FAR 30, Kevin McNeil from the Annapolis Yacht Club. Bowman Sean Menninger up there getting the kite up. Melges 32, Shambhala from the Davis Island Yacht Club down in Florida, trying to split from the herd to make up some ground. Down at the bottom, J105s are off the line next, strong local fleet. First attack out, Rum Front from Carolina Yacht Club, Fricky Marchink. Lead change, 74, Thomas Luttrell's Guillotine has taken over the lead from 84 at the bottom. Third off the line on circle number 3, the J88s at 12 strong. Nice tight starting line for them. Individual, somebody's restarting, maybe at the pin end. I mentioned before buoy racing being different because there is distance racing. ORCA is coming in for their finish right off of Sullivan's Island. And Arrow, a J35, will be the first ones to finish. One race per day, so they'll be done.
See the full video on the website or YouTube.